What's up? Welcome to the Really Broke Podcast. What episode we on, man?
14.
14. I'm your host, Big Ken TV, and my co-host, Skinny Ken.
With 2 N's.
Coming with a brand new episode.
You know, you still ain't fixed it on the thing, but it's alright.
I ain't fixed what?
My name on
it. You know, Kendall's supposed to do that.
Yeah, she hasn't did it.
And she has not gotten to it. So why have you talked to her? Did you say something?
I've already said something.
I don't believe you.
All right.
I don't believe you did. Because normally she's pretty good.
So dry and boring.
Dry and boring? It's on.
Yeah.
You on Spotify, man. You hit the big time, baby.
The name look whack.
All right, you know what?
It hit different, all lowercase together, double N, like it is on Instagram. But it's all right.
I mean, all you gotta do is talk to her and then she'll fix it for you.
I'm tired. tired of asking. If I gotta ask more than once, forget it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
All right, man. So we got an interesting week. I guess we're gonna start off. Let's start off with Barack Obama. He made what we starting off with? Just tell me what we starting off with.
That's fine.
Oh, sports. My bad. It's all good. All right, what you got?
All right.
We'll come back to Barack. It's no biggie.
Yeah. Nothing really too much new with the Browns. I mean, just a little bit of update. You know, we're getting closer, winding down to the draft. The draft, I believe, is
number 2 pick, Shedeur Sanders.
April 24th-ish, somewhere around there. You said Shedeur. I'm going Travis. Those are the reports I've been seeing as of late. I mean, but the Browns have been all over the place. I mean, it's been a different name in that slot every week. You know, the Mel Kipers, the Adam Schefters,
they don't know.
They don't know.
They don't know what the Browns doing.
Browns is really hard to read sometimes. A lot of times, actually. I mean, shit. Who knows? We mess around and trade out of it. You know what I mean? Shit.
They don't know.
But I'm all in on Travis. I kind of fell off of Abdul Carter with the knee fractures.
He got stress fractures in his knee or leg or whatever.
We don't want that.
Nah.
We don't.
One good hit and it's crack. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, it won't be taking much of an L because he'll be on a rookie contract. But at the same time,
you don't want to deal with that.
You don't want to deal with that, especially if we're grooming him and preparing him to be the next guy after Garrett's time in Cleveland is done.
Yeah, you don't want to deal with that. You don't want to deal with somebody else's prior injuries too much, unless they. It's one thing to have like a prior injury and it's fully healed, but stress fractures really don't heal. Yeah. Stress fractures are, they're just micro cracks in the bone. And
don't they say you're better off just breaking your shit, right? Rather than dealing with fractures, because like you have full break, you'll be able to.
Oh, you talking about full break and then fix it?
Versus fractures, you're gonna have a lingering effect your whole life, basically, right?
Yeah, I mean, basically, I don't know about just breaking this shit and fixing it.
I'm just saying, if it were to come to that, like, situation where you was just better off breaking your shit.
But it depends. You don't want the shit to get shattered, cracked up. Yeah. But let's say it's a clean break. Then the bone will heal, fix it, and it's basically, you would think of it would be gone unless it's some kind of like, biological thing he got going on.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know. He did good in college, but NFL is a different beast. You're dealing with grown men. You're dealing with
300-pound linemen.
Grown men with kids. You know what I mean? So we don't want to deal with those lingering problems. You know what? I have a proposition. How about we make a bet, Pops?
What kind of bet?
On who Browns take. So if Browns draft Shedeur, I owe you a Shedeur jersey before the season starts. And if Browns draft Travis Hunter, you owe me a Travis Hunter jersey before the season starts.
I was thinking more lines like, like crumble cookie or lunch or dinner. You talking about $150 jersey.
You can't put $100. It's really $100.
You talking about $100 jersey.
I'm just talking about the $100 joint, You can put $100. It's months from now. The season don't start till September.
You
can put $100 to the side.
I get it for you for your birthday. I'm just gonna get you one for your birthday.
I might have it before my birthday. Birthday after the season start. Yeah, so like, that's just gonna be my birthday gift. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, but preseason is like August.
You scared? You don't think
the season don't start till September?
You got a jersey out of me.
I don't know what the Browns are doing.
You ain't gonna be no T-Move joint.
I don't even know what the Browns are doing.
Joint?
I have no idea what the Browns are doing. It's just like, if I had some kind of idea, I would do it. But I'm completely like flabbergasted about them not putting what they're, and I get it. Teams are going to try to be sneaky and not try to put their plans out because they don't want to, show their hand. Because it's sometimes they'll say they don't want a person just to, get draft picks for somebody who wants that person. Yeah. And then they'll say, yeah, we're going to get that person, and then don't draft them.
Right.
So it's a lot of games and stuff going on with the NFL when it comes to the draft. So basically,
just a big question mark.
Yeah, it's just a big question mark.
I did like the other picks they had us kind of connected to. I've been seeing a lot of Jalen Milroe as of late. That would be an ideal draft for me. I know you would have Shador as your quarterback, so your quarterback position be filled. I have no problem in getting Jalen Milroe with one of our second round picks.
Well, that was the plan. They draft Hunter, then move up in the second round to get Milroe.
I mean, there's a possibility we might even move up in the first round. I saw that as well too. So it's a little bit of both. And then also, which I think they should still do, is still trade for Kirk Cousins. So we have Kirk Cousins, we have Kenny Pickett, and you have Jalen Milroe.
Okay, solid plan.
Solid plan. I like running back in the second round too. I'm a fan of Judkins. I know you had Travion Henderson, but Judkins is more all around back to me. NFL is a different monster. Like I said, Travion Henderson is just more of a home run hitter.
Power back. You're power back.
No, he's a speed back. Judkins is the bigger one, number one.
Oh, Judkins is the bigger one.
Travion Henderson is number 32.
I thought it was the shorter, stockier one.
Yeah, but I wouldn't consider Travion Henderson power back. He was more of a home run hitter, speed. Okay. Right. You know what I mean? So
he was injured too. He was injured a couple times, right?
No, not as much.
Not really. I thought he was out for a minute.
No. He was healthy all year. That's one of the reasons why we won a ship.
Well, no. Okay.
So yeah, Travis Hunter, let's go.
All right.
Get my jersey ready, pops.
Man, look.
Get my jersey ready.
I want Shador. But I have no problem with, listen. I'm a Browns fan. That's all that matters. I'm just trying to make sure that we make the best decision. We need a quarterback, period. Mm-hmm. Just make the best decision to have a winning season. This isn't the time to say, because I kept hearing about the Browns tanking for Archie Manning. Let me say two things.
I'm with that. I ain't going to hold you.
Two things. I haven't seen it. I haven't even seen enough of Archie Manning to determine.
That's fine. You're going to see enough this year.
Whether he's a franchise quarterback. Number two, jobs are on the line. So you're going to win one game. You don't know if you're going to get that first pick. So what you going to do? Win one game and lose 16?
But see,
then you're fired.
It kind of makes sense because, in my opinion, I feel like Andrew Berry and Stefanski's run is coming to an end. It's time. We need fresh people in there.
That's why I said that they are not going to tank. Stefanski is not going to tank.
Well, it ain't his decision.
It is his decision. He's coaching the team.
It's the if of the team. If I'm the owner and I'm telling you to tank them games, you gonna tank them games, or I'm gonna just get you out of here week 1, week 2, whenever we gonna talk. He don't run nothing. Jimmy Haslam is what. So if I'm telling you to tank the games, you gonna tank the games, bro. Simple as that. My opinion, I think this Stefanski, Andrew Berry era is over with. We've had enough of him. I need a fresh start. That's why I didn't want to get a top pick at Shador, because I want a fresh coach, fresh relationships, and fresh GM, fresh head coach, fresh quarterback. Let the next coach pick his quarterback. Okay. So if the next quarterback gonna be Archie Manning, whoever the coach is, let him pick the guy.
I like that. I like it.
Speaking of best good decisions, let's talk about somebody who just continues to make dumb goofball decisions.
Ja Morant.
Mr. wannabe young boy, head ass. It was about a week or two ago. He got fined. What was it? $75,000 for the little shoot him up, little bang bang after I think they won the game or whatever, celebration, whatever the case is. My guy, did you not learn after your first mistake, my guy? Like you getting suspended games and basically off the team or away from the team. I mean, did you not get the message? Like that's not really. I don't get his whole thought process. Like, where is your support team? And your father's at every game. Why is your father not telling you how to handle stuff? You know what I mean?
Because his father just as hood as he is.
But correct me if I'm wrong. I believe John Morant went to a private school when he was younger.
Well, wannabe hood.
Wannabe.
It's always
Mr. Cranbrook.
Clarence,
aka Clarence over here. I just think he is to the point now. He's just making it known he doesn't want to be the face. I mean, hey, there's nothing wrong with if you choosing to and don't want to be the face. That's fine. That's your choice. And at this point, it's just. Basically, that's what it's coming down to. You had AE kind of speak about he don't really want to be the face of it. So at this point, it's kind of going to Shea. I mean, Shea is the more laid back, chill. He just straight hoops, you know what I mean? And he's not all in the negative attention and stuff like that. But Ja just don't care. You know what I mean? Like you a professional athlete, bro. It's all about professionalism. And you keep portraying yourself as this type of thuggish basketball player. I mean, we've already had that. You clearly ain't Allen Iverson. You know what I mean? Like he kind of changed the game with the swag, the tattoos, the braids, and all that. So we've already seen it. You know what I mean? So you trying to, I don't know, copycat, replicate, whatever the case is. I mean, it's just corny, bro. You need to grow up, go out there and play basketball. Simple as that.
And I agree. I agree with you. But there also comes a point where you see other athletes that don't look like us doing similar gestures, maybe not gun gestures.
True.
They do the neck slash. And I've seen them. They have done they've done that, and there was no backlash on them. It's kind of like they hold black athletes to an unfair standpoint, unfair, measurement or whatever. And I kind of understand. Like Ja's like, hey. Let me be myself. Let me do what Let me do me. I don't care about being the face of the NBA. I've showed you that. What I'm doing is not something. It's athletes celebrate. And like I said, it was a lot of athletes that don't look like us or look like him that have done similar things or the same thing. And I didn't hear anything about that. Nothing.
Now, quick question. Did they get caught up in actually having a gun on a video?
For one, it wasn't illegal to have a gun in a car that's registered to you on a video. There's nothing illegal about it.
There's nothing legal about showing guns on videos, Instagram videos,
There's
Twitter
absolutely
videos.
Nothing illegal.
Ain't that how the feds pick people up showing guns and stuff on videos?
If they're connected to a murder.
I mean, who knows?
Nah, Ja ain't connected.
I'm not saying, but who knows?
Nothing Ja did was illegal. He never broke the law.
But that's fine. But you also, it's not about that. It's about the NBA.
No. I get it.
Ja is not bigger than NBA. So obviously, why do things that the NBA isn't going to like? Is my whole point. And then you continue to repeat the behavior when you already. That's the point I'm just making, is the fact that you keep repeating the behavior you already got in trouble with.
Right.
I understand the whole.
And I agree with that.
The race thing. I mean, but that's not going nowhere. We understand how that game goes. There's no need to frustrate yourself or keep going back. We already know that's what it is. So stop doing it and then trying to use that as, oh well, they do it or whatever. So it's a lose-lose, bro. It's the lose-lose in my opinion.
Right. So basically, he's telling you he doesn't care,
and at the same time,
he's gonna get paid regardless, and he's playing ball,
and you're gonna keep getting fined, talked about. I mean, so if you want to continue being talked about in a negative way, be my guest, John Morant. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
It is stupid, and I think
you have kids. That grow up. And look up to you, and you kind of portraying this type of behavior. I understand you might not care about that, but at the same time, my guy, you're a father yourself. You have a daughter. So I mean, whether you don't care about other kids, but at the same time, you have a daughter as well, and this is the behavior that you showing. I mean, it's just, I don't know. It just, I don't agree with doing stuff that repeated behavior that you already got in trouble with. Simple as that. Like, the NBA is still not going to accept that you keep doing gun related things. They're just not going to.
Well, yeah, but clearly, like I said before, he's let the NBA know that he doesn't care. He'll pay the fine. So it's just one of them type of situations that at some point, you know, you're right. It is what it is. How they're going to look at you, it is what it is. It's never going to change. And I guess he's kind of just say, well, you're never going to change. I'm never going to change. And I get that. But at the same point, at the same time, he has to be aware of how his actions look. Well, he doesn't care.
Yeah,
but how his actions
don't.
or how his actions he has kids looking up to him. He has kids buying his jerseys. He has kids watching the games. And another point today, it's not his duty to raise your kids. So I get it. I get both sides. It's two sides to this issue.
Because you can look at it as a way too of it's not even just basketball. It's NFL too, because NFL recently just banned you can't do the no thing when you get the first down,
which is stupid.
So there's I'm just stating one point, but I mean it's very point. I mean, because you can talk about the leagues or just not letting the players have fun. I mean, because that's what you was taught and grew up on as a kid. And no matter what, at the end of the day, it's all about having fun. So the fact that you can't let these grown men who get paid millions of dollars, who are doing their dream job, have fun out there and celebrating. I mean, it's corny in a way, but I mean, like you said, it's
doing the stuff they did since they played like Pop Warner.
So I mean, like you said, there's very points. I'm just trying to, in a way, just try to help him, like try to figure out, like, bro, like, are you just ever going to get the message of like you're going to keep portraying this behavior? You're just going to get talked about negatively.
Oh, he got the message. He just doesn't care. My other point was stating that when it comes to like black athletes and their cultural their cultural celebrations or whatever. I mean, some of it is cultural. Some of it's cultural. The memes and stuff and copying stuff off of pop culture. It just seems like the powers that be, tend to focus on that more than they focus on anything else. You could have, black athletes do a certain celebration, and as soon as somebody in the crowd has a problem with it and calls the commissioner about it, now they want to end that. But when it comes to other athletes, you don't see that. And so that's just my issue. If I'm making a statement, yes, John need to get this shit together. I mean, there's you see that they're coming down on it. There's no reason to continue to give them back their money. Keep your money in your pocket.
I mean, that's all you doing.
Make these millions, do your thing, and then when you're done, you do whatever you want to do.
Because you keep, say he might not be at Memphis Grizzlies his whole career. Maybe other teams ain't going to deal with you, or maybe you messing up your money because maybe teams ain't going to offer you the full max, that you possibly could get. You know what I mean? So, it's different scenario.
Quiet as kept. He's not messing up his money. You can live off of just one contract.
No, but if I'm in the league, I want all the money. I want the most money I can possibly make.
No, that's true. That's true.
So why not? You can't play forever. It's all about generational wealth at that point.
Yeah, but one max contract, you basically die.
No, you aren't.
You set for life. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know, but in another situation, speaking of the other person who doesn't want to be the face of the league, which
Anthony Edwards,
which, hey, it's cool, man. Go out there and hoop, man, because once Brian leaves, I hope y'all take over, and I hope we in good hands and keep the good basketball going.
We are.
I hope so. I really do.
I think we are.
But yeah, so as of y'all probably done seen, it's been around the news or whatever that he had a baby or whatever, and recently.
Don't forget to preface that she's 38.
Yeah, she's 38. Also, is a baby mother of the rapper Lil Baby as well.
Exactly.
So we kind of know what she on.
Gold digger.
So
how that Kanye West song go? She's a gold digger.
She's a gold. Damn.
What's the beat? I don't know the beat.
She's a goat. I don't want to embarrass myself because I ain't heard it in a minute.
She give me money. Right?
She's a gold digger. It goes something like that. Y'all get the gist, but
yeah, y'all know what we saying. Y'all know what we saying.
He kind of basically said, I don't want shit to do with the kid. And went ahead and recently just went ahead and paid full child support ahead of time, basically saying he don't want, which is very foul. I mean, there's a couple points you can look at it. So we gonna look at it from AE's standpoint. My guy, that's very foul. I mean, you basically saying you don't want nothing to do with your kid at all.
Nothing. He was like, here, take this whole check.
Just take.
He said, how much? It was like
it was like $1 million.
I know, but this is him in court. Like, how much for the 18 years?
Here you go. Boom. Full custody. Boom.
Oh. Let me sign that. Let me sign that.
Let me double sign that, so you can't say I didn't sign it the first time, type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's crazy, man. But at the same time, you gotta kind of look at it. You know, he a young guy. You know, he NBA player, all this money. You know what I mean? He's liable to have another one down the road. You know, that's all these athletes is doing. Look at Tyreek Hill. He got about 10 baby mamas. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Like, bro, you know them checks gonna start slowing down soon. I mean, you know, speaking of, I mean, look at Cam Newton in his situation. You know what I mean? Them checks ain't coming in. He even came out and spoke about it.
No, he even said it.
Yeah, because he was on
the same lifestyle that he used to.
What was that one show? It was like that
no, he was on
Survivor show. I saw it off of that, though. He did like a little interview basically saying, yeah, like you can't get
it on Shannon.
Oh, Shannon
Sharp.
Yeah, like them checks ain't coming in. So it's like you gotta get into other stuff. You know, you can't have that same lifestyle, you know, you was living.
No,
you know
that shit
what I mean? So he from his viewpoint, he just don't care because he making all his money right now. But that's just crazy that you basically don't, that's not fair to the kid. But then you also can look at it from the standpoint of like, you got to know who you dealing with, you got to know who you sleeping with. You know what I mean? Like,
they know.
You should have knew like what you was getting yourself into, bro. Like, she a 38-year-old woman, you know what I mean? BBL here, got another kid with another rapper. Not another, but a rapper. Mm-hmm. And you should have knew what she was on. She even came out and tried to, you know, speak on it. Oh, well, you know, because I look good. Okay, I mean, that's cool.
I can't see that corny ass shit.
Like I expected her to say some corny ass shit like that. I don't know. And then she was trying to compare, because, you know, she dealing with a rich guys, and she tried to deal with like girls that dealing with broke ones. Like, all right, well, y'all sticking around for the food stamps, or y'all sticking around for the little bit of child support y'all getting, or y'all sticking around for the WIC and all that. Just a bunch of bullshit, but at the same time, you still look a hot mess yourself, because you were just in it for the meal ticket. You went ahead,
wipe that makeup off.
You feel me? Take them BBLs away.
Wipe that makeup off.
So I mean, it's just either way you look at it, it's fried, it's foul, man. It's foul, man. Like I would.
You take that makeup off, look like Florida Evans from
Who?
Oh my God!
I don't know who that is. You speaking before my time, Pop?
Oh, Florida Evans is a beautiful woman. It was just a joke, but. Good time. Don't think
I've ever watched 5 minutes of Good Times.
Oh my God, man, y'all.
That before what was that? Like the 90s, 80s? I wasn't watching.
You said 90s, 80s,
70s.
Yeah, that was like 70s.
Come on now, I'm a 90s baby. I ain't gonna know nothing about no Good Times.
No, it's like 70s. It's like 80s.
I'm barely the Cosby Show, for real.
You barely.
I barely tapped in the Cosby Show. I'm more like, probably the oldest is probably like Fresh Prince.
You a Fresh Prince. Baby.
What's the one with Steve Urkel? Full House, not Full House. That's the white show. Is it Family Matters? Family Matters with Steve Urkel and what's our boy name? The dad.
Carl Winslow.
Yeah, I'm around that time. The Good Times and what was it? Living Strokes.
Actually, you was around Dave Chappelle too, correct or no?
Yeah, but I never really tapped into Dave Chappelle though.
Yeah.
Damn, we done got a little off track. But go ahead, man. Pause. Let me hear what you got to say. I mean, like, what's your standpoint on the Edwards
situation? So, it's two.
As a father, you know,
definitely. I mean, absolutely. I get what Anthony Edwards is saying. I get it. I don't agree with it. I get The reason why he said, hey, I'm going to just go pay all the child support. I'm going to sign over custody. It was just a hit and skip. It was a hit and run. I didn't realize she was going to get pregnant. I don't want anything to do with the baby. I'm going to pay, I make enough money. I got $100 million, $200 million contract. Take this money. Goodbye. See you. Because there is also the side of women do it also. And let me explain. People are coming down on Anthony Edwards for deciding not to be in his child's life, not having anything to do with his child. That's his choice. He's a grown-ass man.
His choice is money.
And it's his money. His choice, his money. Women, when they don't want anything to do with the child, what do? Isn't that like the big, the presidential, one of the topics the presidential election was ran on? Her body, her choice. Yeah. And nobody says anything. If a woman decides not to have a baby, no matter what the father, no matter how much you want it, no matter what you say, if she wants to have an abortion, she will have an abortion.
Right.
And there's nothing you can do or say to stop it. Isn't that the same as her saying that she doesn't want to be a part of the baby's life? Unless, we're not talking about, we're not talking about a medical emergency. Yeah. We're not talking about, a danger to the mother or a danger to the child. We're talking about a woman who's pregnant. Everything seems to be on the up and healthy, but she decides that she doesn't want to have a baby with this guy. And nobody says a word. Nobody, and they shouldn't. It's her choice. But people are coming down on Anthony Edwards for basically, and this doesn't involve the death of a child. I mean, come on, let's be real.
Yeah.
He's basically doing the same thing without the casket. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't understand. I do understand the backlash. But, I mean, what's it going to be? You can't have it one way. You got to have, it's two way. If she can decide not to have the baby and not have the baby and there's nothing he can do about it, then, hey, he should be able to decide that he doesn't want the baby. And also, he's taking care of the child.
He wrote 18 years of child
No. It was like 1.8 million or something. He wrote it's not like dude just bounced out and just said, hey, good luck to you.
Right.
He wrote her out a check for $1.8 million. And so that there is no future problems with custody, he signed custody over to her. So basically he gave her a check, a pat in the ass, and said, good luck.
She gonna be broke in a couple months. She gonna run through that million so fast. She ain't gonna know what to do with it.
I think I saw an Instagram where she bought a truck, started a trucking company.
That ain't gonna have nothing to do with the kid. Mind you, that's 18 years of child support.
It's an investment. It's an investment.
It is.
She started a trucking company. Actually, I commend her for that. She started a business. She ain't buying she ain't out there buying Bentleys and stuff like that. I mean, I don't know what she's spending money on.
Yeah, we ain't with her.
But I mean, that was one of the Instagram posts that she posted that she bought this semi truck, and that seems to be the go-to thing. Everybody wants to be, a trucker.
Clap it up for her second meal ticket. Good job, shawty.
Now, the second part of my statement is, it's all good or whatever. It's all Anthony Edwards. You seem to find your way out of that situation, and the mother seems to have found her way out into some money.
Basically,
I don't care about neither one of them. The most important thing that people have forgotten is the child.
Right.
Imagine being a child raised by your mother or whoever. Maybe, she'll get married to somebody else and she'll have a stepdad or whatever.
She pushing 40. She ain't getting married. She keeps having kids.
And all of a sudden, you're doing your homework and you're Googling stuff and blah, blah, blah. And this thing comes up where your dad basically abandoned you and wanted nothing to do with you. And it's going to get out. Everybody can talk about everything on the internet stays forever. And imagine being that kid in school. And other kids know, and other kids tease him about, oh, your daddy didn't want you. You know how mean kids could be.
And it's crazy. I don't know. Did you ever see the picture of the baby? Like, they look like that is his twin, Like, there ain't gonna be nowhere around it saying that don't look like, and it's like, that's the even most messed up part about it. Like, y'all literally, like, that's your twin,
So, as a dad, as a father, there is no way, and my track record speaks for itself, there's no way I would ever turn my back on my kids. I don't care what the situation is, there's a situation between the dad and the mom and whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking about a father who loves his kids and takes care of his kids, and a father that wants nothing to do with his kids. Absolutely nothing. And my thing is that's foul, in my opinion, and I don't understand it.
It's just foul.
I don't understand how you could not want anything to do with your kids. I don't care if you pick them up on the weekend.
Yeah, but you gotta understand him. I mean,
I don't care. I don't care if you get little. All right, so the judge say you can get your kids on every other weekend. Okay, that's time spent with your kid. But to say, hey, I'm about to give you some money, and I never want to see the dude. I don't never want to see the dude again. No, I don't understand that as a dad at all. I don't care how hard it is to raise your kids. See, I raised my kids broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm raising he's grown. My daughter's 16. I'm raising her broke. By myself. By myself. And I'm not trying to pat myself on the back. I ain't none of that. I don't, listen, trust me. I can't wait until I can get her off to college. She gonna be mad if she sees this, but she knows I love her. Yeah. But anyway, though, you understand what I'm saying. It's hard. It's hard raising kids, especially by yourself, especially daughters. Girls, it's crazy. I don't even want to talk about it. My son was, boys are boys, but girls are a different breed.
Yeah. I don't think kids are my future.
Well, the thing about it is, it's like when you have a son, I'm gonna just tell you the difference. Not really a difference, but
I feel like a son from a father. I mean, it's more relatable.
It's relatable. Yeah. It's relatable. It's everything that you're gonna go through. I done went through it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But with your daughters, it's stuff. Huh? What? Huh? You know what I'm saying? It's like what?
It's like head scratchers. Like
huh? What am I supposed to do with this information?
What you mean?
What am I supposed to do in this situation?
Come again? Like, huh?
So,
baffling.
Like, why are you crying? What? Why are you so emotional?
Right.
What's the matter with you?
But I mean, as a guy, I mean, that's something relatable because I mean, when you do a female, you realize how sensitive and emotional females can be. So
yeah, of course. I mean, yeah,
but it be situations be like, damn, like what you getting all emotional and sensitive about? Like,
yeah,
like it don't even be that deep, and it's like
not.
You get the attitude, you get feelings. I'm like, it ain't even that serious.
Oh, and then don't get all upset, and then your little voice come out a little bit, and they sitting there like, like, don't cry. Yeah. Don't let your decibels go up too much, because then you're gonna be walking in puddles. You know what I'm saying? So no, for real, you're gonna be walking in puddles. You got to console her and stuff. And I love my baby. Hey, these just jokes.
But yeah, definitely the son is definitely more relatable for sure.
Yeah, it's just relatable. You know what I'm saying? And we look alike. We got the same equipment.
Look too much alike.
We can.
We look too much alike.
So I
ain't get the beard though. Like
Yeah, nah. You
yeah, but I don't have
the bald head,
the shiny bald head, and I'm okay with that.
It's all right. It comes.
I take a little. I mean, my hairline. I mean, it ain't me going back too crazy.
Yeah, it's getting pushed back a little bit.
Yeah, all right, chill out, man.
It's getting pushed back a little bit.
My barber Johnny, he ain't missed
Johnny
the pushback.
Fresh Blade.
He ain't missed the pushback. He give me right every trip.
All right, but I've gotten off topic a little bit, but yeah, the most important aspect of this is the child, and I think the child suffers the most. I don't really care about a rich athlete, and I don't care about a gold digging woman.
She's a gold digger.
As far I'm talking about for the sake of this conversation. For the sake of this conversation, I mean the most important thing that needs to be taken care of, and how this affects is the child. It's crazy for that child to have to go through that. Have to read about this on the internet in the future. Hopefully, you know what? Hopefully Anthony Edwards matures before the baby gets too old. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he paid that meal. He like, I done gave you a meal. I'm gonna just stick to my word. Like he kind of got to stand on business at that point.
He's gonna get a max when he's up. He's gonna get a max.
I'm just saying though, million. Whether how much money he got, he basically you giving a female $1 million.
He might get a super max. You never know.
I mean, I don't know. Either way, it's just super fried. Like, shorty, you pushing 40 and you out here having a kid with like a kid, basically. Like, hey, he ain't even 25 years old. Like,
he's still a grown man.
Like, shorty, when you gonna grow up? Like,
no.
Like, damn, it's sad in a way because that's just what it is when it comes to these females. That's why you can't hit.
She found a sucker and she took advantage of the sucker.
It ain't my fault I look good. Like, kind of corny.
Nah, you don't look that good though, baby. You all right. You all right.
Take the BBLs and the makeup off. You was a hot 5. Hot 5.
You take the makeup off, she look like Carl Winslow.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Yeah, I can relate to that. Yeah, I can relate to that. But anyway, let's get to this DJ Academics speaking on DDG in the streaming world.
Okay, all right.
I love a
little streaming action.
Was it like an interview or like something?
Yeah, it was an interview. It was an interview.
Basically, just kind of like saying how they was trying to play DDG for being a cornball, for like doing the whole YouTube thing and then coming out being a rapper. But then now you look at it, all the new streamers, who all the new streamers is? Rap artists.
So I'm going to dumb this down for people that don't know who DDG is. We're all into social media, so we're all into these different.
Well, you would think as much as Haley Bailey and
Haley Bailey, the Little Mermaid, her baby father,
Little Mermaid.
Little Mermaid. So let's not even put a name or a face on it. Let's just look at the point of streaming and rappers, right? Yeah. And I remember when rappers, they looked at streamers, they just, they weren't nothing. Cornballs. Even remember the thing that happened with Playboy Max and him,
Lil TJ
and Fivio Foreign smoking weed and his
just like disrespecting them. Like,
straight disrespect. If he tells you don't smoke, that means don't smoke. But then you're gonna disrespect them and you're on his stream.
And it's like I shouldn't even like even in general, but him like Playboy, like he shouldn't even have to ask more than once. Like, this is my stream, this is my Airbnb that I'm paying for. That and I don't even know. Even if they were even invited, but whatever the case was, I mean, don't be trying to disrespect me while this is my place of business.
I'll give you
this
two.
This is what I do.
I'm not asking the third time. So the first one is going to be my courtesy.
Yeah.
The second one
is just, hey.
The second one is like, oh, maybe you didn't hear me.
Yeah.
And the third one, you out of here.
You out of here, Jack.
You out of here.
Get up through. That mid-ass pack they was smoking.
How you know it's mid? Did you smell it?
Saying,
you smell it through the TV?
I'm just saying I could just, because it's Lil TJ and Lil TJ a cornball to me. So, and Fabio corny too. Cornballs. He like 30, 40. He pushing about 42. Still trying, man, get on.
But anyway, so, now you starting to get. Did you see that Ray J got a Twitch channel?
Man, everybody is streaming now because they starting to see that stream money because that rapper money ain't what it is. Like,
thank you. You just took my point.
Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You got it.
No,
you got it, son.
That was just a big point. I mean, they started seeing all that streaming money now because shit is Aiden Ross, Cenant, Playboy. Who another big one? Shit, basically all AMP. They getting more money than half these rappers. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, we all know how the rap game go. If you sign a contract deal, whatever, all right, you're going to see some money there. But it's going to be held up in a way, too. You ain't really making much money off the music itself. You know what I mean? Unless you're just selling crazy amount of albums like Drake, but not everybody's Drake. Yeah, y'all like how I threw that in there. Okay. Anyways, I mean, because they only make money off their shows. That's where they get most of their money at. But, I mean, they seeing these streamers is making... Man, that this much amount of money in this amount of time quicker than you. I mean, shit, they gonna want to transition, and I don't blame them.
So the rappers try to play the streamers. They looked at it as like, you know, some nerd shit. They looked at it as they couldn't figure out how they were making money.
Right.
I think that's the biggest with people who don't understand streaming and social media. They don't know. They don't understand how they're making their money. They don't understand.
So famous.
Yeah, I see that shit on Twitter all the time about Cenant.
Honestly, I ain't gonna fake. I think you got to give it to Speed, yo. The shit he's doing is unreal. I mean, this dude is well known, international. I mean, they love this dude in China. He out there buying Chinese cars and shit. Yeah, they put him on Chinese billboards and going to big soccer games. Like, he really, I mean, I'm not saying Kai and all them ain't doing it and DDG, but like Speed is really on a different level in my opinion.
Well, YouTube is a bigger platform.
Well, I mean, that's where Speed started out too, though. They all started on YouTube. Kai, Speed, all them.
Yeah, I don't think Speed ever left YouTube.
No, I'm just saying though. That's where
Kai left YouTube.
Kai left YouTube.
So anyway, so now you're starting to see the rise of like the Aiden Rosses, the Kai Cenants, the AMP, Black Boy,
DDG and all that.
Not DDG. I think he's running for streamer of the year, right?
He was definitely the YouTube man and transitioned to the streaming game on Twitch, and yeah, he had like 40,000-50,000 subscribers, and only after that hit-a-thon, he in the mix. So I would give him breakout streamer of the year.
Yeah, breakout streamer of the year. So basically, what the situation is that you had rappers and entertainers basically like shitting on the streamers, talking about, y'all ain't making no money. Mm-hmm. Little did they know, they had no idea, right?
Right.
Y'all ain't making no money. Y'all corny. Y'all nerdy. This and that. So then all of a sudden, your Speeds, hundreds of millions of dollars. Mm-hmm. Your Kai Cenants. So it's different numbers about Kai Cenant, right? But based on what
I get Kai about 50.
About based on what what's the rap the blogger dude that we got the story from.
DJ Academics.
Basically, he estimated around between 2 and 4 million per month. Kai. Mm-hmm. But now we're talking about NBA level, NFL level. Yeah. Not everybody's good. Come on now. That's like one.
Because Kai got like 100,000 subscribers. And
every month.
You got some who got like a couple hundred or a couple thousand.
I'll be honest with you. If you're just a regular dude, you got you a camera and you can average 100. I'm telling you, this is true. You're not gonna get that 2 million. Mm-hmm. But if you can average 100, 200 viewers a day, a day, and stay consistent with it, and they're subscribing, and you're getting, new followers and all this type of stuff, you don't have to work. Yeah. You're not gonna be rich, but you don't have to work. Yeah, and then
it's a side hustle until it becomes
your main hustle, right? So when you talk about the Speeds, and now you're talking about like the LeBron James and Michael Jordans of it.
Damn near.
But there are also a lot of Steve Kerrs, doing their thing. Look at like when DDG came back off of YouTube, he was only getting a couple thousand. Yeah. I remember he was getting like 500 to 1,000 viewers. Yeah. Now he up to 30, 40,000.
It's crazy because like I feel like all them, like the younger dudes, like the Shea Frost and Jay Cinco, like they been on the streaming shit, and then DDG come over and then just surpassed them. Like,
because
he surpassed both of them.
Yeah,
like,
he did.
You know what I mean?
I mean, the Shea's averaging like 5,000 viewers.
DDG is, I mean, yeah, it's still gonna be the bigger name, but it's just the fact that y'all was already on there and y'all been doing crazy stuff, and then it's the fact that
there's a lot of people that's been there for like 10 years and they still not getting over 500 viewers.
He do a hit of time. I mean, it's also who you able to bring on. You know,
it's all about your content.
He do the date nights. You know, bring the bad females on there. I mean, and bringing the celebrities and stuff like that on there. So I mean, you gonna get a boost with that for sure.
And I still keep forgetting my point to this, but the point was that these rappers shit on the streamers. And now they're turning around, and now they're getting on Twitch. Now they're getting on TikTok. Now they're getting on, all these social media platforms.
What's the good old saying? You can't beat them, join them.
Can't beat them, join them. And they're making probably more money than a lot of these rappers. Unless you're a Drake or a Kanye or something like that.
Somebody big, Future. You ain't streamers is. They racking up.
They racking up, especially the big timer ones.
I honestly don't see it going anywhere.
It's just getting started.
Yeah, I feel like it's just getting started for real. I mean, even though it's been going a while, because I feel like for me, the first one that I really knew of was like Ninja when Fortnite and shit was out. And
and that was what that was like. But you didn't know about Ninja until about what? Like what? 2017, 18.
Yeah, and that was more of the straight like gaming side. Now it's more of the the IR, the real life stuff. I mean, they doing real life stuff, and they doing hit-a-thons, mafia-thons, and bringing all kinds of celebs on and shit like that. So it's different. You know what I mean?
Well, I think that's kind of why Ninja stayed where he's at, because he doesn't leave the studio. Yeah, Ninja stays right there in his gaming lab and
that's just video games. But that's his niche.
That's his niche. Yeah.
I mean, he's
still averaging 10,000 viewers.
Cool,
you know what I'm saying? Shit. But before Cenant came, that was big time. Yeah. That was big time. And then if you got 10,000, you balling, you rolling. And then this dude come up and he's getting 100,000 viewers. He getting 60 every time he turned his computer on.
And then he broke the record too, wasn't it? What, 200, 300,000?
No, it was like 300 and some thousand.
Was it the Kevin Hart episode?
In 1 month.
Was it the Kevin Hart episode?
It was. Yeah,
I think that Nikki got up to like 200, I think.
No. Oh yeah, you was talking about which guest was on.
Yeah,
I think it was. No, it was the Kevin Hart.
Kevin Hart got him 300 gigs. Kevin Hart Drewski, right?
No, but it wasn't just the Kevin Hart Drewski. It was the Mafia-thon 2. The Mafia-thon 2. He broke his record. Yeah, that's what it was. He broke his record.
That's how you know you really like him for real. Like when you break your own record, like. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. Shout out to the streamers of the world, man. And I've been on Twitch like off and on from like me and Kendall started doing our YouTube videos in like 2018, and that's when I started getting on Twitch too. 2018, off and on, and I can't crack more than 3 viewers, but it's all good. It's all good.
You just do it for the fun of it.
I do this shit for the fun of it. I do this shit because I enjoy it. I'm chasing my dream. I'm always chasing my dream. You know what I'm saying?
With 3 viewers, we chasing.
I'm chasing my. I don't care.
Hey, as long as they the same.
I got one in here right now.
Consistent. Oh, we got one in here. Yeah, shout out to our.
I only got one viewer in here now.
But no, I definitely thought about like getting a setup. I really want to like build my own setup. Like create it from the ground up.
I mean, that's stupid. I know you hear that. I just go buy you a build. Just go buy you a pre-build.
What's wrong with that? I'm putting my dedication into it. Heart into it.
Just buy you a pre-build.
I'm putting that work. No, I probably would do
pre-build. Just buy a pre-build.
I wish they sold like just give me a whole preset. You know what I mean? How they doing 2K? Give me a Cenant preset. Give me a Flatboy Max preset. We get the rolling, man.
I mean, they got the most basic setups. That lets you know you don't need a whole lot of shit.
You really don't.
All you need is a computer.
Still got that same old ass chair.
Yeah, he said he ain't getting rid of that. That's the one he started with. It's a sentimental thing.
Hey, that's cool. That's your good luck charm. It got you to where you at now, player.
Hey, you stick with what got you there. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You see, he just bought the younger ones. They bought
him a house.
Whole house. Little Rodney's son, or Rakai. Yeah. I think it's like Young Simba or something. I've been following Rodney for a minute though. He's funny as hell.
He's duplicating. That's Ant Part 2. You know, that's the younger generation now. So he's like bought them a house. Now you stream. game.
Now they be trolling them. You got the main guys trolling them, Phantom and Agent be trolling them and shit. It's fun, man. I love to see it, man. Like the streaming game. I wish I could have got into. I mean, I'm saying it's not too late, but I just feel like I wish I really could have got into it. Could have tuned in sooner, because by now I'll probably be in my bag. You know what I mean? But.
Hey, for all the people that say, hey, Big Ken, you too old for social media and stuff. You know what you can do. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't got to say it. But you know
what you can do.
What you can do with your opinion. I love it. I'm having fun. I do Twitch. I do social YouTube. I do everything. Podcasting. I do it all. You know what I'm saying? And I enjoy it.
We be podcasting.
We be podcasting.
But go ahead. Let's go ahead and get into this last topic, man. It was a video. We go ahead and play it for us.
All right. So with the Really Bro podcast, so I gotta put the phone to the microphone.
Barack Obama came out and spoke about all the shit that Trump been doing and shit. And can't imagine you would have looked how if I've been doing this shit, huh? Yeah. We gonna see.
Imagine if I had done any of this. Let me just, I just want to be clear about this. Imagine that. Imagine if I had pulled Fox News' credentials from the White House press corps. You're laughing, but no, this is what's happening.
So
we gonna play the whole thing.
Yeah, you gonna play the whole thing. Y'all get the gist of it. Basically, what he's saying is all the shit that the current administration is doing. What if he had have done that? What if he had have hired some rich billionaire to go through, and mess with people's Social Security that they've been working for their whole entire life? And here, I'm not here to bash anything. I told you I'm neutral. I'm not here to talk about it. We don't really do politics, but. We don't really do politics too much, but I'm not here to bash either party. I don't do that. I'm not bashing either party. But he's making a great point. Can you imagine him as president purposely tanking the stock market?
Purposely trying to get rid of Social Security.
They would have the cavalry outside the White House. They would have dudes on horses ready to hang them high. You understand what I'm saying?
Man, you just made me think of Django.
No, they be ready to Django his ass for real. They be ready to Django his ass.
Can you imagine? He would have been there've been rallies and protests trying to get him out of office.
Can you imagine?
As soon as possible.
They was mad at him for wearing a tan suit.
Right.
They said, dude, that's not presidential. And they wanted him impeached for wearing a tan suit.
Like, damn, I can't be a president with some swag. Why I gotta wear the same blue suit with red tie? Like,
they want you to wear a blue or a black suit. He wore a tan suit. and they lost their fucking minds. And they literally was impeach him. Like, come on,
a bunch of bullshit. Man.
It really is. I mean, imagine if Obama had been the head of the insurrection on January 6th.
Yeah. Or raising eggs to $30, or trying to raise the tariffs, or you know what I mean, or all the Russia stuff, or the immigration and all that. Can you imagine? Man, world to be on fire right now. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, like I said, I don't get much into the politics. I mean, we don't know what, goes on behind the scenes. I'm pretty sure there's some stuff that Barack wanted to do, tried to do, and didn't let him. But, Trump is getting his way.
He running it.
He running how you want to run it.
He running it like Death Row Records.
And you want to nerf.
Let's call him Donald Birdman Trump.
Nah, he more like
I wonder why.
He more like Suge Knight. I ain't gonna
answer me a question. I wonder why Trump is getting away with certain things, whereas Barack Obama couldn't.
I mean, it's the big obvious.
No. I don't know the answer. Could you help me out?
Can y'all help us out?
I don't know the answer. I really have no idea why these two presidencies were treated differently. I have no idea what the difference could be. I really don't. Do you? I have no idea.
I got a pretty
So if
good
somebody
idea.
knows why Trump is able to do the things that he do, whereas it would have been a double standard for Barack Obama to do, would you please let me know? Because I have no idea.
Enlighten both
I
of
don't.
us,
I don't.
please.
I don't
Please
understand the
enlighten both of
difference.
us.
Like enlighten me, please. I have no idea why the two presidencies are treated so differently. Why, one can do one thing, but all hell breaks loose if the other one does the same thing or had done the same thing.
Right.
So, hey, if you know the answer to that, please shoot me an email, comment on my YouTube, just hit me up. Just let me know what the difference is.
It's crazy because he came out and said, because he trying to do that whole trying to get a third term BS. He did come out and say he would willingly want to run against Barack Obama. I ain't gonna fake. I would love to see it. I would be there for it. I would get, like I said, I would get my ass out there.
He would lose.
Yeah, he would lose. But I know who's gonna get my vote in 2028. Stephen A. Smith.
You know what? So
Stephen A. Smith.
So I did see that tweet where Stephen A. Smith. So he said he's been approached. So basically, it started off as like a joke, like
right.
But then he said that like people from Congress and stuff is like reaching out to him, and he said that now he's like, okay, it was a joke, but now it's something that I must think about. I'm gonna tell you like this. If a 30-time felon can become president of the White House, I'll vote for Steve Smith. I mean, not Steve Smith. Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Stephen A. Smith. I was thinking of the basketball player, Steve Smith. I mean, not the basketball player, the football player.
I mean, there's a basketball player, Steve. There's a lot of Steve Smiths in the world.
Is there a basketball player named Steve Smith? Okay. Shit, I vote for him. I mean, shit, can't be no worse.
I mean, if ain't nobody else gonna be running, if we ain't gonna get, whatever he trying to do to happen, and I don't think it's gonna happen. I hope it doesn't happen. But if that,
hope what doesn't happen,
the whole third term shit. So
no, that shit ain't gonna happen.
Stephen A. Smith will get my vote, my guy. You have my vote.
Stephen A. Smith. I know I talk shit about you and your hairline on here, but listen, Stephen A. If you ever decide to run for president of the United States of America, he
gonna talk. He love to talk. He gonna talk. He gonna talk,
buddy.
He gonna talk. He gonna get at Trump.
If I don't get nothing else out of it, I get a good ass laugh out of it. So I wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? Well, thanks for joining us for episode 14.
Much wraps it up.
The Really Broke Podcast,
Which
Big Ken TV, Skinny Ken, and we're gonna fix your Spotify name because you basically went on the whole show about it.
Which AE needs to do. Wrap it up next time, buddy. Wrap it up,
man. This is
wrap it up, buddy.
Dude, man, this is
wrap it up,
dude.
I get tired of it too. It's like all the athletes share the same females. Like, why
What's
do y'all
that song? Everywhere we go, we see the same. We see the same. I ain't gonna say the words, but anybody that follows, they know Snoop Dogg and all that.
Because it's a couple like NBA players. They got like this. They share the same baby mama. Like, why do y'all share the same female?
The same women.
And they ain't gonna do nothing but expose you, try to play you, trying to get some money out you. Like,
shit, worse than that. Catch something you can't get rid of.
Yeah, and y'all still just don't like
catch that clap.
I ain't clappy clap.
I ain't talking about the booty cheeks. I'm talking
about worse than that. Shit, some shit you can't get rid of.
Some shit you can't get rid of.
Yep. But join us next week. We will be going live again on Twitch and on the gram. Skinny Ken _ on the gram. Yeah, we gonna fix that up. I gotta holler at my sister. She gotta get that together. So.
Yep. Yeah. All right, we out. Thanks.
We out, y'all.
See you next week.
Ears hurt.